Amanda, hello Amanda, welcome back. Can you tell when your story would be better? How can you tell when your story would be better told from a multiple point of view? I see it's a big trend in YA sci-fi fantasy market. I think the way you can tell is if you're just feeling limited in the scope of your story from one POV. Are you feeling like I would really like to go visit this plot point in a deeper way, but my character can't get there? Or my character has no way of knowing what I need the reader to know. So when you're starting to reach enough of those moments where you feel limited in your ability to tell the story you want to tell, I think that's when you start to think about multiple point of view. And I will say, when we wrote Sky Without Stars, we originally thought it was just going to be Satine and Alouette. We thought it was going to be the two main girl characters of Les Mis, because it's a Les Mis retelling. We thought it was just gonna be those two, and we were gonna do dual points of view. And we realized that we had no eyes inside the upper estates. So our world is broken into 3 estates. We had eyes on the 3rd estate, which is Satine. We had eyes on this sort of off-grid community, which is through Alouette. But we had no eyes on what the leaders were doing, what the kind of upper class people were doing, how they lived. We wanted eyes on the government. So we had to get into Marcellus's point of view too, because we made him a commander in training. So he's in training under his grandfather, who is like the head of the 2nd estate, the head of the military. And that really helped open us up and tell things politically and issue-wise that we really needed to tell. And then we were able to kind of expand the scope of the plot as well. So I think it's when you're finding that those limitations are there. Again, I wouldn't write it because it's a trend. There's plenty of really great sci-fi and fantasy that has one POV. For example, The Hunger Games or Divergent, although I guess the later book, I think maybe the 3rd book has multiple. Leigh Bardugo's original series, Shadow and Bone, which is coming out to Netflix in April. Not that I'm excited or anything, but that was all one point of view. The Bells by Danielle Clayton, one of my favorite reads from this summer, also a fantasy told from one point of view. So it can be done really well. So I wouldn't write it to the trend. I would write it only if you're feeling like the story is suffering without it. If you enjoyed this video, we've got a lot more on writingmastery.com. Check the description for links to our blog, free writing tools, and more. Happy writing.